it. No matter what, I'm still gonna get fucking. Miami pussies. Let's see. Oh, big sack. Let's see what Miami pussy does. Agility. Let's go Pittsburgh. Not Miami pussy.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And our focus is on George Pickens. He was a walking highlight reel last week with a 4-touchdown game. It's the Steelers and the Dolphins. All that and more coming up next.
From beautiful. So here are the Steelers backed up to start their initial drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Damn right.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Sliding out of the pocket. That's caught downfield by Pickens. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Steelers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Gonna score. I thought that was like a... Oh, yeah,
their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. He's got this to Pickens. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
On 1st and 10, Gibson flushed out right. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least,
team wide open, man. Fucking didn't do nothing.
An open week coming up after this. So, I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time? And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They marched to the end zone the last time out.
to his right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up fourth.
Haven't met a corner that's worth the salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
From the 22 now, here's second down and 7. Off play action. Gibson being chased out left. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun, escaping the pressure right. And that one complete downfield to Johnson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. He'll buy some time right. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. Back to throw. Gibson eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's thrown for a touchdown pass, and he's run for one so far.
When you're able to watch a guy perform at a high level and do it in multiple ways, arm.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 56 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half.
It's like
and here's another play for big yardage.
All right. Let's see here. Okay.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. Runs through the contact. He's still barreling through. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Ramondre Stevenson. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. You talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on that defensive side of the ball.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts a defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape or run with the ball and design plays, that really changes what you try and do on defense.
Yeah, you certainly can't forget about the arm, that's for sure. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down. Oftentimes, broken tackles are his specialties, and put another one on his tally there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. One-on-one, not likely to get him down. You need everyone else to get there and help you. I think they were signaling for you and I to jump on the pile and try and get him down, weren't they?
You don't want me out there, I promise you. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Gibson. Got an open man. It's Pickens. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Off the play fake. Gibson flushed out right. Shedding the tackle. Still fighting for more. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Flush to his right. Johnson's got it complete. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. He capped off that last drive himself and a touchdown run. Now he'll take over here again, 1st and 10.
Big stop.
Throwing on 1st down. Gibson escaping the pressure right. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll be out right at the 35. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
All right.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning
That's what I
to this
want
one.
to hear.
As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. 2 touchdown passes there for Anthony Richardson. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And things didn't go so well as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. Josh Jacobs, well over 100 yards on the ground with a pair of touchdown runs. We saw a solid first half from the Oklahoma man, Ramondre Stevenson. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They go play action here on first down, eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play,
Tidy whitey or
75
whatever.
yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
There he goes, right side. He's on his way. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Ramondre Stevenson.
Pure gold.
Second touchdown of the
Platinum.
afternoon. And the Steelers are pouring it on. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It
Look at that.
certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
All right. Right.
The Steelers ready to take over on offense. It's going to be pretty tough for them to match
They
their
kick-
efficiency,
kick
Charles,
ass.
of that last possession, needing only the one play to find the end zone on the rushing touchdown.
Yeah, they got that together collectively, didn't they? Total group effort. Although the guy toting the rock, he gets all the credit. It was blocked up so well. The only thing stopping him was running into the goalpost in the back of the end zone.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds
Asshole.
up falling incomplete.
All right.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 143 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time, but used to be
Fighting through it. He's got space. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 31 yards there and a first
Come on.
down.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you talk about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
Flushed out right. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
The Steeler offense set to regain possession. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have
taken it right down Broadway. Inside the 20, Zay Jones, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Zay Jones, 75 yards. And the Steelers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. Jones will come now in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Steelers continue to pour it on here in the 4th. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Now the Steelers getting set and ready for their next possession. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little...
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 42 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Rolling to his left. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few?
That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 39 yards there, a big one.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Yeah. Oh, grab your fan. That's yours. Thank you. I don't give a fuck. Grab it. Thank what?
And now out come the Steelers. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one.
This is our house. I'm finding. Whatever.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 46 yards. Boy, another big play later for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
He'll buy some time right. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now, because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball.
I'll bring the fan in here soon.